You're up, Commissioner.
Okay, I don't see any changes to our agenda.
Mr. Chair, do we have to approve this gigantic agenda?
Well, no, I can just call a meeting and do it another day.
Yeah. Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we accept the agenda as presented.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And we do have 2 items, it looks like, for the Board of Ambulance.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we enter into the Board of Ambulance.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. First item is request to write off balance on deceased patient accounts.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the write-off as presented, considering the patients are not there to...
A little tough to collect.
Yeah.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The next is Nancy's.
Commissioners, we were awarded the Assistant Firefighter Grant.
Cool.
For the Bannock, and we've applied for several years for ambulances through this and have never been awarded, so we're just asking to have the award document and memo for Michelle to go in and be the acceptor because of the implications that she will be the one doing the reporting. Whoever accepts the grant will be the one that has to do the reporting.
No problem.
Aren't we supposed to do claims first?
Not on my agenda.
Oh, what I'm looking at says that. So
I thought we were supposed to do claims this morning.
Yeah.
That's coming up next.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have an old copy. Sorry.
Yeah, mine starts out with Board of Ambulance and then goes down to Board of...
That's funny.
So, Mr. Chair, make a motion that we approve the grant acceptance and authorize Michelle to be the signer on the grant.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Just out of order today, it's throwing me off.
Mr. Chair, make a motion that we come out of the Board of Ambulance.
A motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next on our agenda, Board of Commissioners invoices, Commissioners report, and credit applications.
I have some mileage sheets and I have one invoice I need to discuss with you when you are ready.
Okay. Right there. I have one question. This. And it was the amount of the per diem.
Oh, Ryan Anthony, he is going to canine training. It's because it's like a month long.
Oh, okay. You get $1,800 on per diem, you just go,
And they cover absolutely nothing.
where are they going?
Yes.
What are they?
And he won't be coming home and going back and forth, so.
Canine training, is what it is?
Yes.
Cool. Did we get a new dog, or is this for an existing dog?
I think we are getting a new dog.
New dog?
That's part of the training is, usually when we get a new dog, they
Yeah,
fly
they go
back
with
there,
them.
they meet the dog, they do the
They
training.
hang out with the dog,
Yep.
do the dog thing?
Bond.
Nice of you to join us, Mr. Travel.
Thank you. And the staff meeting.
Okay.
I was like, oh, gotta go.
All right.
Okay, here are search and rescue, mileage reimbursements. You do not need to sign all of those. Just let me know if those are okay. Because these are recurring, it varies who we pay. But those are monthly recurring, just because we tend to have an incident every month. So,
Why is the one highlighted?
because that's the one we're paying. So Teresa, basically that stack is that pile. It's individual. because we have to file by person. So the highlighted one is the one we're paying. If you flip the page, the next
Oh,
got it,
highlighted
got
one
it.
is the one we're paying,
Gotcha.
and so on.
Okay.
That's the indication of
Yes.
recipient pay.
Those are for August and September. If you are good with those, I can either bring them to you every time, or you can just give us a blanket approval. Your call. Well, I said you don't need to sign it, because you need to sign every single one.
What do you want us to do? Do you want us to sign just the top level one, or not worry about it? Just give you a blanket
Give me
approval?
What I do is I get approval and then just write a blurb, just a quick, hey, all of this as
I'll just
per,
copy the minutes.
as per the, yes, as per this copy, and then just have that signed for record, because then it's there, yes, we did actually sign this, it was done in a
Or
meeting.
we can go like we do the,
Like, alcohol license, yeah, the same thing, just a cover sheet.
just a cover sheet, this is it, who we're paying.
Okay.
Give approval today to pay it, so it's
Yeah.
good, but then just have that come back so that we,
Okay, I can ask Teresa to, well, maybe what I'll do is just do a non-highlighted copy, and you can just sign the front page.
Yeah. that
here
way.
you go, just take a copy of this in black and white, and look, it's in black and white, it won't bring up the yellow. It's fine.
There you go. Okay. The other item I have for you is an invoice. This is a reimbursement for a state employee who did a Quad County Board of Guardians training. So what this is, my understanding from Sandra, who turned this in, is South counties, Franklin, Bannock, Caribou, Franklin, and Oneida counties formed a Board of Guardians board. Sandra, who works with Amy, what used to be Amy up there, coordinated this meeting, and she bought a meal for the training, or bought food for the training. She was told to turn it in to the state. The state denied it. So Carrie Hong would like to pay for this using domestic violence fees. And I told him that because this really has nothing to do with Bannock County, why would we pay for this? And his response is that we collect reimbursements from those counties for Focus on the Children, and those monies are put into this trust.
But that has nothing to do with board guardians.
I do not believe so, but I think he
So is
does.
Carrie have so
it's a-
are there kids on, that are in Board of Guardians?
No.
Okay, so,
This is Board of Guardians. If it's the Board of Guardians that we're familiar with, I don't see how it is.
What was the event for?
there's a Board of Guardians training in the 4 counties, so we
It's
sent somebody here.
Quad County Board of Guardians training.
Is there not another,
So those 4 counties ought to be paying for it, not us.
So when I emailed him,
Yeah,
I know there's counties that have gotten together to form their own kind of board of community guardians.
That's what
And
this
we
is.
were assisting in training them like on how to do things.
but why would we pay for the food then?
yeah, for the entire organization?
When I emailed Carrie, I said, I didn't know that, this didn't appear to be a Bannock County expense. Would there be, us maybe prepaying this and then the participating counties reimbursing us? It's 4 counties, it'd be $30 each.
Is there another fund, is there a discretionary fund in the district court that would be more appropriate to pay for this than that fund? Because I don't believe that fund would be,
Well, yeah, I don't know. I struggle with paying for other county
yeah.
expenses.
Now, I could see if it was a state function that was put on by the courts, that's a different discussion. But if this was sponsored and put on by those counties, then those counties need to deal with it.
And she's a state employee, she's not even a county employee that was facilitating this. So,
So did she
When this all started up,
and this is back in July.
they wanted to have Bannock County be part of their group. I said no.
Yeah,
We have our own Board of Guardians, it functions, and I'm not expecting volunteers to go to other counties to do this. So Cody is actually working with it, trying to get it functioning down that way.
Brower?
Yeah. But I don't, 2 things. I mean, she's a state employee, and it's not a Bannock County expense.
right.
So, Kerry, I think, is on the agenda later today. I don't know if we could ask him that, or if not, we could ask him to come in on Tuesday and discuss this, or,
Come in on Tuesday. I mean, it's since
Okay.
July, we're not,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad that she's out the money, but the state was supposed to pay for this, and they didn't. And just because somebody else isn't paying for it doesn't mean Bannock County should.
yeah. I mean, this reminds me a lot of the car being towed.
Yeah.
It's not ours.
So, okay, I will get with Kerry and ask him to do an agenda request, and maybe, like I said, it's $30. I'm sure the other counties could. And if that's the case, we could pay it and then they could reimburse us. But it just,
Yeah, like,
or maybe one of them would volunteer to pay for the whole bill. I don't know that he's asked that. That
Yeah.
could be an option.
It was a training event in July, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on July 27th.
And this man's gone.
She provided, I mean, there's a great explanation I could read to you if you would like, but,
No,
it's pretty plain and simple. It's not a Bannock County expense.
pass.
Yeah.
okay, I will relay that information.
Anything else?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the search and rescue reimbursements as presented.
We have a motion on the favor, say aye.
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 Can I get those back from you?
No.
Thank you.
Did we do,
I'm sure Kelly's excited to start entering those.
did we do all these?
No,
Okay, that's all.
did we already, we've already done that, so then Mr. Chair, can I make a motion that we approve the invoices as presented?
We have a motion on the favor, say aye. Aye.
It's gonna be a great day. I
We
can feel it already.
have salary rate approval forms.
A couple of those are the October 1 ones that we missed. And so those are corrected ones, if you have it in front of you. Oh, not that one, but the next couple.
So,
2 of the 3 are.
on this one, the assessor, after we talked about this employee wanted to drop his wages again. We already had that discussion, so we're just, that's the way I feel.
Yep.
On that one, what would you like payroll to put in for the job title and the grade? Do you want to put the original, or do you want to put what is in green?
We already talked with the employee and we're good on the job title, whatever,
Okay, perfect.
but we're not
Changing the
Okay.
changing the grade.
Would at least one of you initial what is in green, acknowledging that that's okay? I guess I should have.
Well, the grade-
I guess I should have all of you.
Do we leave G13 or leave it at G14?
We had discussed 13 and the job title change to be reassessed in,
But he's not getting a change in grade and salary.
The pay stays the same.
the pay stays the same, but what we had talked about originally when the assessor didn't want to sign the salary approval form was that we would do the grade change in, that's written, or the title change in green, and the grade change to a 13, but keep the pay.
We can do that.
This is,
To be reassessed in January.
this is probably the best we can do in this situation. But the employee's not affected, and he's
If
not
we,
changing job duties or anything like that.
if we
Well, I
keep,
guess.
I don't know. If we keep the grade 14, then we need the job title that's scratched out. Because the grade 14 goes without job title, the grade 13 goes with what's in green. So you just tell me what you want me to put on payroll.
They go with whatever we sign our name to.
Exactly, so initial if you want the green, or line through the green, and
Yeah.
then I'll know to put what's lined out, if that makes any sense.
I'm in a bit of a fighting mood.
So leave 14 and
Okay, so maybe just where you initialed, Jeff, if you would put GR 14, or you could circle grade 14, however you want to do it, and then that way payroll knows what they need to do. Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
let's see. Let's get my packets all screwed up.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the salary rate approval forms as presented.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. There's good morning. Another question, notice, back. Back. There. That one's, that's mine and Jeff, so we need your signature on them.
Kind of important. There you go. You ready for all the salary rate approval forms?
Yep.
Mr. Chair, I move we approve the salary approved forms as presented.
Have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Okay, and next we have alcohol licenses.
This is gonna be one of those days, Nancy.
It's been a while. You ready for
Yep.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve alcohol licenses as presented.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have an authorization to sign, trading. And we have a memo on travel. This is Curry.
Gary Povey? Oh, yeah, I read through this. It's good.
So is she asking for full payment?
One way.
One way.
Because there's going to be, it'll be similar to what we did with Nancy. She's going to go on vacation and come back to the conference.
Okay.
So, she's submitting this a month in advance?
She is. Roughly.
Yeah.
It was at the time, yeah.
Way to set the bar, Nancy. Good job.
Did a great job.
Gold star for you. Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the memo for travel reimbursement as presented.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Well, that's permission to write off. Done with that one. We're done. Like Scott's up. Find your paper. There it is.
Good morning, Scott Carver, Event Director and Business Manager. Today I am presenting a contract with Porchlight, it's Porchlight LLC, to be our entertainment buyers for next year. I mean, technically it'll be a 2-year contract because they'll have the purchasing through 2023, which will actually do this concert season and the following concert season. So, and Brian has done a lot of work on this contract. The first contract was had a lot of extra stuff in it, so Brian did a good job on paring it down. But the terms kind of remain the same.
Yeah, that's when I read through it. I mean, basic, but covered. Okay, I'm good with it. Motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the contract as presented.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Awesome. Wonderful day.
It is.
It is.
Thank you.
All right, looks like Christie Davenport. Oh. Where's Jennifer? Where's Clark?
Christy Davenport, Management Assistant. I have Misty Katzlamidas with me, and she's going to review the properties that came before you on May 10th for the tax deed hearing where somewhat of an agreement was made, and she just wants to give you an update.
So regarding parcel RPPOC 037900, the Nelsons, we canceled their taxes, interest, and late fees. They were supposed to pay the cost. She just paid that 2 days ago, so they're up to speed on that, so we're good. The next one is RPOAK 013400, and that's Coralie Smiths, who is deceased, and her son John Adams appeared. So the same situation, he's supposed to pay the cost. His health has been declining, so he's trying to figure out now, instead of getting everything in his name, to get it in his son's name, because it's not a good situation for him right now. He did say he'd have a payment within the next week on the cost, though, so we're hoping to see something happen on that property.
But he has been in contact with you, and
Yeah, I've talked to him a few times, and he returns my calls, so.
and you verified his health issues, or you feel comfortable?
I do. He doesn't sound
But he
well.
still hasn't made a payment yet.
No, he did promise one, but we'll see. He did promise one within the next week.
It could go in somebody else's name instead of his son.
Well, he's trying to figure out how to get all of it, 'cause it's his mom's, and it's not in his name, so everything is supposed to go to Mr. Adams, but he's trying to figure out how to bypass his name and just put it in someone else's, because then he's going to have to just do it all over again.
And you had asked for him to quit claim it into his name, and I have verified with the assessor's office that it is not, so.
Never happened.
Correct. So,
What's he need, another week? Is that what he's saying?
he said, I talked to him last week, and he said 2 weeks, so 1 more week. The problem is there wasn't a definitive end date for him to pay it, so I'm not sure.
So let's give him October 15th and go from there.
October 15th?
Okay.
Do you want me to come back in for an update on that then?
Yeah.
Or just let your office know?
Yeah. So, Mr. Chairman, do we have a parcel number on that one? Parcel number RPOAK 013400. I make a motion that we give him till October 15th to bring in his payment and fulfill his obligation.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. The next one is parcel RPR 38030000900, and that is Colleen Wynn Gallupu. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I've left her several messages. She finally did call me back a few days ago and made a $20 payment. So there's $20 that has been applied to her cost. So that leaves $292.29 for the 2018 cost.
So she made a $20 payment on 2018's
Yes.
taxes.
the cost of it, yes, for the agreement.
There was no date set during the meeting on the 10th of May. You did say a 3-month extension, but we didn't say a particular date, so.
3 months from the date we made the decision.
It was August, like the 11th, I believe, so.
So, I'd say we hold to the 3 months. We already made that decision.
If that's not in the resolution, can we still move forward with that? The 3 month?
Sure.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
It's in the records.
Is it? Okay. I didn't see that part, so I will let her know then. that She's.
Yeah.
Do you need to make a motion to take it for tax deed or not? I don't know.
Like I said, it says right here, we give her 3 months.
Okay.
And we'll come back and report after 3 months and we'll move forward.
Okay. That's all I have for you.
One other item of note on the Nielsen's is that they have not applied for a property tax reduction to date. So, and that's typically January 1st is the start, but they haven't even gone in to talk to the assessor's office about that. So I just thought that was another thing that you had requested. I just thought I would bring that up.
We can only babysit so long. Thank you for all the work that y'all do, but
Sooner or later,
we'll have to move forward.
the funnest quote that I've heard lately is, "We have to face facts brutally." And sooner or later, you just pull the Band-Aid off, and that's what happens, it's just time to face the facts.
Well,
People aren't going to do it,
Right. All three are going to be right back in tax deed January 1, so.
time to face the facts brutally. Let's get it done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The other item I have for you is with regards to the Bannock County Employee Health Fair. Our regular location is not available this year, and so we have been trying to find a location, and one provided itself in the form of the Sterling Building. It is the bottom floor. As you enter, you go to the right, and it's where Bingham Healthcare used to be. We did search it, or we did go and see it a couple days ago, Ryan Belknap and Josh Waters and myself, and it is really perfect. Like, there's room for probably 20 vendors, plus, you know, where we set up our treats and all that kind of stuff. It would be at no cost. The gentleman who owns Axiom Properties would like to do it just as a kindness, and we would have power, water, and bathrooms available. I have talked to the lady who would be opening it up for us on the night before for vendors to set up, and then the morning of, and she is available to do all that for us. So if you agree to allowing us to use this, they do want some sort of an agreement to hold them not liable if anything happens, and I believe Ryan has contacted our legal department to ask them to draw something up. If that is all kosher, we would like to look at the 2nd of November, which is in about 5 weeks, 4 weeks. So it's still a pretty tight window, but we have a lot of people who are asking about it, so.
No, I'm 100% in favor of it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. We will get an agreement before you.
Sheriff, you're up.
Way to slide right in just in time.
Talk about whatever you can talk about, and then if we need to go to executive.
I'd like to go to executive right out of the gate. Good.
Okay.
Which one's it under?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we go into executive session under Idaho Code 74-206, 1, prim A and B, regarding personnel and potential action item following the session.